Even you won't believe what occurred, since your boldness, not your quiet, is speaking this time. Everyone assumed you had given up, yet you still have the plan of the gods in your heart. God did not anticipate this from you. You will see how exceeding heavenly aspirations may shine through damaged hearts. You've been picked. However, this route is only available to extraordinary souls. It's time to wake up and accept responsibility. Right. 777. This message was delivered straight to your soul, so please leave a remark. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words. When confronted with injustice and the world attempted to bring you down, your choice to stay cool and collected was not a sign of weakness. It was a quiet demonstration of power. Instead of responding in the present, you decided to faith that the cosmos will intervene. The opponents who saw you as fragile, too quiet, or hesitant were unaware of the strength in your restraint. What? They didn't understand that as they planned, the powers of the cosmos were silently altering things in your favor when they attempted to harm you. You did not descend to their level. Instead, you used that negativity as fuel for your progress. You transformed their poison into something clean and strong via meditation, music that lifted your spirit, and affirmations that rewired your mind. You ascended above the gloom. Your spirit's vitality refused to falter, and the world took note. Your energy was too clean, too forceful, and you kept integrity even when others thought it was silly. This was not luck. It wasn't by coincidence. It was a heavenly plan unfolding. Now you hold tremendous knowledge insights gleaned from worlds far beyond conventional sight. You have been bestowed with information that is much too important to share with people who are unprepared to receive it. This advice is not intended to be given carelessly. It is a holy gift intended to be safeguarded until the time of disclosure. What you now know beyond what can be seen or rationally comprehended. It is an instinctive, profound understanding of how the cosmos operates. The truth lies not just in what you've seen, but also in what you feel and comprehend deep inside yourself. Your actions, or lack thereof, are led by an invisible hand, a cosmic rule that works behind the scenes to guarantee that everything aligns in divine time. Those who acted in secret to hurt you did not understand the principles of cause and effect. They believed their triumphs were secure. Their machinations would be undetected. However, there is always a moment when the truth emerges and nothing stays buried indefinitely. Your awareness has increased, as has your capacity to detect abnormalities in the fabric of reality. What was once buried is now visible, and nothing can escape your attention. In a world that tries to stifle you, you continue to rise even as they try to extinguish your light. Your inner flame only became brighter. Despite their attempts to limit you, you increased your energy and presence in ways they never expected. Your brightness shone like a beacon in the night, cutting through the darkness they attempted to impose. The energy you radiate reflects a pure strength that calls into question everything they believed in. It is an actual power that cannot be controlled or extinguished, a direct flow of power from the source via you. Now, watch as those who sought to tear you down start to unravel. The web of falsehoods they created around you starts to unravel piece by piece. What they believed was concealed has suddenly come to light. The messages, records, and proof they carelessly abandoned are now their undoing. They're scurrying, attempting to hide their traces. But it is too late. The universe has already started to expose their falsehoods. Their acts, which were previously hidden, are now being revealed in public. They can't do anything to stop it. If you are experiencing an excess of divine love in your heart, now is the moment to share it. You may help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and donating $100 or more. This wonderful gift will affect not just your life, but the souls of countless others via this platform. Each of you has a special role in God's big plan, and your giving will be the result of our prayers. Act now. Share your benefits to honor His kingdom. You were meant to do much bigger things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. This rapid change in energy, this bewilderment among your opponents, is not a coincidence. It is divine chaos, organized flawlessly by the cosmos to reveal the truth. Every effort to conceal their blunders draws greater attention to their wrongdoings. They are attempting to cause uncertainty, but in doing so, they expose their whole network of deception. What they attempted to conceal, the resources they used against you, are now collapsing under the weight of their own acts. This is the global rule of return. The energy they put forth is now returning to them in equal measure, like a beautifully prepared hymn unfolding note by note. The truth manifests itself at its own divine season. You are a symbol of unwavering faith, a bastion of calm resolve in the midst of a raging storm of deception. The cosmos, in its infinite wisdom, organizes every detail like a symphony, with each instrument playing at precisely the correct time, guaranteeing that every hidden secret is finally revealed. If you experience God's presence, touch the join button below to be among the first to receive the most crucial insights. The revealing of truth cannot be hastened or coerced. Instead, it follows a flawless divine timetable, similar to the peaceful awakening of light after the darkest hours of the night. Every hurdle, every affront against your character has been part of a broader cosmic plan that is gradually lining up in your favor. While you kept your cool and allowed your inner strength show through, a great force was at work behind the scenes, bringing each piece of this big jigsaw to its proper spot. Now, as the layers of deceit begin to peel away, those who sought to influence the narrative are seeing their plans shatter in the face of the blinding light of disclosure. Their attempts to manipulate and control have failed, and the darkness they so carefully fostered is now bathed in the light of true truth. The identical deeds they performed in secret are returning to them, like echoes in an empty hall resonating with unmistakable repercussions. Their previous sins, which were formerly buried in the shadows, are now exposed for everyone to see, serving as a sharp reminder that no act of dishonesty can escape retribution. A larger design is at work in the cosmos, one that much outweighs any human plot or manipulation. You have been selected not just to endure, but also to overcome these difficulties. Every act of treachery becomes a stepping stone to higher spiritual understanding. Each moment of silence, each instance in which you allowed the divine to take over, has contributed to a transformation so profound that even those who conspired against you are now caught in their own web, revealing their misdeeds that were once thought to be hidden in the dark corners of their intent. As you remain steadfast in your dedication to truth, the universe continues to perform its wonderful marvels on your side. It orchestrates events with precision and care, ensuring that every piece of evidence and secret information is revealed at the appropriate time. These discoveries have come at an extraordinary time. Each incident unfolded in perfect unison with a cosmic rhythm that those who intended to hurt you could never comprehend. This divine timing serves as a subtle reminder that, although human plans have their moments, they are ultimately unimportant in comparison to the everlasting plan that governs the cosmos. Consider a gigantic tapestry being weaved with strands of fate. Each thread represents an event throughout your trip. Some strands are dark and knotted, woven from times of anguish and betrayal, while others reflect the brightness of your perseverance and strength throughout time. This tapestry will disclose a picture so stunning that even the most adept liar will be compelled to admit their own flaws. The divine's work may be seen in every fiber, color, and fine detail that makes up the whole image of your existence. An image that portrays triumph rather than failure. Your duty in this great creation has never been to compel results or pursue justice on your own. Instead, your ultimate strength is in your resolve to stand tall, hold tight to the truth, and allow the world to perform its fascinating and amazing magic. While the manipulators and deceivers plotted their destruction, you stayed steadfast in your divine mission, knowing that every act of wickedness will be rewarded. Now that the scales of cosmic justice have tipped in your favor, you may be certain that every wrong will be righted and every shadow will be cast out by the unstoppable light of truth. This is not a moment for resentment or bitterness, but for change and regeneration. The energy that formerly drove their efforts to undermine you is now being diverted into your development and progress. You are being raised to previously unfathomable heights, and the universe is rewarding your patience and dedication with clarity of vision that can only be obtained via divine intervention. Your journey of hardships and tribulations has served as a holy preparation for this precise moment, when the secret powers of the universe unite to vindicate your soul and reaffirm that your path is one of real purpose and destiny. Take comfort, since the divine has already put in motion the circumstances that will result in your final victory. The underlying principles that govern the cosmos ensure that justice, however delayed, is never denied. The manipulations, false narratives, and secrets that were intended to hold you down are now evaporating like mist in the early light in their place. A new world is forming, one in which your light shines unhindered. And the truth is no longer a secret to be hidden, but rather a source of hope for those who seek it. So embrace the power of this growing insight. Know that every moment of calm strength, every time you allow the divine to operate through you, has been leading up to this climax point of transformative intensity. The cosmos is in complete charge, creating a work of divine justice that will not only cleanse your reputation, but will also serve as a bright example for others who have been enslaved by dishonesty. Your path, characterized by honor and guided by truth, has now been clearly disclosed. Allow your heart to be flooded with appreciation as you accept the incontrovertible fact that the divine plan is flawless, and every action done against you has set the road for your eventual rise. Be firm, because the way ahead is lighted by the dazzling light of divine truth, which is everlasting, unchanging, and absolutely just. Those who contributed to your pain will now watch their own unraveling. Whether they admit it or not, the truth is coming for them. Some will attempt to reject reality, but the evidence will soon be too plain to ignore. Others who were formerly oblivious to the truth will awaken to the repercussions of their deeds, and as they try to hide, the light of divine revelation will shine so brilliantly that they will have nowhere to flee. Your goal in this whole process was never to compel justice or expose their wrongdoings. Your responsibility was to stay grounded in your truth while the cosmos handled the rest. And that is precisely what has occurred. Now, as events develop, you can see the reality of the situation. You were always intended to stay firm while the forces of justice and cosmic law ran their course. Their machinations have always been fleeting, and now the cosmos is exposing who they really are. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace come upon you today. I'm here to remind you of a fundamental fact. Our existence is based on God's divine purpose and is unaffected by worldly worries. According to the Bible, everything is done with faith will be returned to God with great blessing. Luke, like the enormous oak tree, our roots are profoundly embedded in God's global truth. His power secures every stride and every stance we take. And now you have the chance to be a part of that gift. When you click the super thank you button and contribute $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold as you watch it. Understand that your quest was never about vengeance. It was about growth. What was intended to harm you has really uplifted you. The universe has overcome every hurdle, and you are now ready to fully realize your power. The spiritual alchemy that has transpired has turned your weaknesses into strengths. Your grief will transform into insight, and your darkness will become light. You now stand higher than ever, ready to welcome the next chapter of your life, which is unfolding in perfect divine timing. There are times when silence is the most meaningful reaction. When life presented you with injustices and you decided not to respond, it was not a sign of weakness. It was the strategic calm of a greater awareness. By deciding to take a step back, you permitted the universe to take control, setting the stage for an unavoidable confrontation. Those who wanted to confront your spirit were unaware that, as they were attempting to dull your light, heavenly energies were uniting in the background, preparing for a celestial revelation they had not anticipated. The energy they threw your way to shatter you, to give you shape, was redirected inward, transmuted, and altered where they wanted to poison your soul. You forged strength. Each strike just increased your strength. Instead of surrendering to negativity, you shaped your mind and soul into something unbreakable, using it to drive your progress. The cosmos did not set you up to fail. They were the fire that cleansed and strengthened your essence. Now, when their schemes crumble, you remain firm, unaffected by their failed efforts. If you experience God's presence, touch the join button below to be among the first to receive the most crucial insights. You've acquired insight from areas beyond our understanding, revelations that extend well beyond the surface of what happened. The truth of your voyage was not intended for the public to know until now. You were given this precious information because your soul was strong enough to carry it. What do you know about these injustices? Is not only based on facts. It is a profound, intuitive knowledge that goes beyond rationality and provides insight into the fabric of reality itself. Your awareness extends beyond what can be seen. It is a knowing, a fact that cannot be ignored. The powers who attempted to deceive and betray you were unaware of the universal rule that controls everything. They failed to realize that what is buried in darkness would eventually come to light. Their little victories and moments of power were always illusory. The universe was softly plucking the threads, revealing what they thought would stay hidden. They believed their deceptions would be buried forever, but the truth was always poised to emerge, just waiting for the perfect time in divine timing. Despite their greatest attempts to confine you, you continue to shine brighter than ever, even where they believed you might be silenced. You increased your energy. You became stronger and more luminous as your light dispelled their gloom. The energy they attempted to repress has now transformed the environment around you. Your power is derived not from seeking acceptance, but from an inside force that no one can influence or reduce. They cannot touch or halt the energy that pours from deep inside you. This is their greatest dread, and it is this dread that drives their frenzied efforts to bring you down. Now, when their schemes fall, you will see the unraveling of the same people who attempted to harm you. Their deceptions start to fall under their own weight. Their rhetoric are no longer consistent with their deeds, and the fractures in their carefully constructed veneer are clearly visible. They believe they could control the facts and rewrite their own history. But the global rule of balance is already in action. What they attempted to conceal is now being revealed, and the more they try to cover their tracks, the clearer it becomes that their activities were always doomed to fail as their efforts to control the narrative unravel. You'll experience what some call a cosmic reversal, in which the exact things that used to stand in your way, the possibilities they sought to take, will suddenly flow smoothly toward you. The previously locked doors will swing wide open, and the relationships you lost will be replaced by new, more powerful partnerships. What they believed they had taken from you will return to you doubled. What was formerly suppressed will now emerge, and your path will be obvious before the whole scope of this transition occurs. Expect a last-ditch outburst from people who formerly had authority over you, as their grip on power diminishes and the truth begins to emerge. They will lash out, but passion does not equal power. It's the last gasp of a dying system, a last, desperate effort to keep control before the eventual revelation. These furious outbursts are not about you. They are about their failure to sustain the appearance of authority. They can no longer hide what is supposed to be seen, and that dread is now escalating into mayhem. When you see these eruptions, understand that they are the result of their own anxiety. They are afraid because the truth is creeping in on them. What they believed would stay hidden in the shadows is now being revealed, and their denial will not be enough to stem the stream of truth. Your ascension is not accidental. It's the product of divine justice. What was supposed to knock you down has really cleared the road for your most profound awakening. Their efforts to destroy you have kindled the flame that will propel you into something much larger than they ever anticipated. In all of this, your responsibility was not to plot their demise. Your responsibility was just to be strong, to believe in the process, and to stand your ground in the face of their pandemonium while they planned and schemed. The universe was planning behind the scenes to reveal them. Now, as their schemes unravel, You stand as a live example of the power of patience, trust, and divine timing. The cosmos functions in perfect harmony, and your success was never in doubt. It was always a question of when your trip became more than simply what occurred to you, but about the broader picture. This is part of a broader plan, one that goes beyond human comprehension and terminates each action. Every hardship and betrayal were part of the journey that led you to this point. The universe has been preparing you for this shift, ensuring that you are ready to face the power and truth that will now emerge. Everything you've been through has led up to now. Now is the moment to be true to yourself. As the cosmos unfolds, it has a perfect plan for you. Those who intently watched your every move, unconscious of their own positions in the broader scheme, were never actually in command of the situation. Their eyes were fixed on you, but they didn't understand they were viewing something much beyond their comprehension. Every step you made, every moment of solitude, and every hurdle you encountered was part of a far broader plan. You were more than just a piece in their game. You orchestrated your own rise to power. While they inadvertently contributed to your divine activation, the universe's forces operate independently of human meddling, obeying rules much more deep than any manipulation. The timing of this big discovery is not your fault nor your concern. What seemed like an unending wait is now revealed to be a perfectly timed moment of cosmic alignment. Everything has unfolded as it was supposed to, with a greater good that transcends your own challenges. Obstacles that were insurmountable at the time were intended to purify and raise you, not break you. Now is the moment to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. With a $100 payment or more, you may help him carry out his plan and become a part of this heavenly mission. Every contribution symbolizes God's generosity, and I think it will return to you abundantly in ways far above your expectations. Remember that his protection and blessing are with you every step and every contribution. You become part of his divine design. You are a powerful, dazzling entity, as solid as the massive rock that saw God's marvels. Feel the rewards of your kindness in your spirit, and light up the world with confidence and bravery. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord lead you. What happened was never meant to take retribution. It was about your progress and transcendence. The forces who intended to knock you down have accidentally shown the incredible power you possess. They sought to crush you, but in doing so, they exposed your link to a greater force that can never be taken away or changed. Their acts acted as the impetus for your most profound awakening. Now you are in the fullness of your power as divine justice unfolds with accuracy and timing beyond human comprehension. You do not have to force any results. Divine law is doing this for you. All that was previously hidden in the shadows is now being revealed as the natural rules of cause and effect play out properly. Your continual connection with your truth has made this moment of illumination unavoidable. There's no hurry. What was previously postponed is now appearing in its right timing as you go through this change. You can sense the power of this celestial alignment. It's as if the world cooperated to bring you to this place of clarity, freedom, and divine purpose. If you experience God's presence, click the join button below to be among the first selected and receive the most crucial revelations early. This unfolding demonstrates your perseverance and reluctance to accept the constraints that others attempted to place on you. Every obstacle you encountered, every effort to undermine you, was part of the big plan to transform you into a being of light and strength. Those who tried to keep you back are now displaying their own flaws. What they believed was a win was only a transitory illusion. While your strength becomes greater with each step, as the truth is exposed, you are the living embodiment of divine justice, an unstoppable force. You have taken this route not by coincidence, but by divine plan. The difficulties that formerly seemed insurmountable were always part of the spiritual development you need in each moment of stillness, in each minute of standing fast in your truth. You let the cosmos to do its holy job. And now, when the stars align in your favor, you can see the wisdom in every struggle, difficulty, and success. That was always intended to be yours. What was once hidden is now unveiled, and your divine mission is unfolding with flawless accuracy.